It took us a while because, well, we not only read everything you wrote to us about the YouTube copyright issue that we shared a few weeks ago, but we also took time to give careful consideration to each alternative that you proposed. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for all the suggestions and advice. We truly appreciate all the various ideas, many of which were incredibly well thought out. And we also had fun reading some of the more creative ideas which some of you gave us. I'll tell you what our conclusion is in just a few moments. But one thing I noticed while reading all the comments is that there's a lot of confusion and erroneous information about using copyrighted material. So first, I want to clarify a few points. Originally, every piece of music belongs to the original creators. But when a band goes to publish their music, they have to give at least some of the rights to the publishing company. Otherwise, that company cannot sell it. Now, very often what happens is a company gets exclusive rights to publish and sell the music, while the original creators simply get royalties from those sales. And at that point, the ownership and management of the material is out of the creator's hands, since it is now owned by a corporation. So, just because some band's music is not allowed on YouTube, don't jump too quickly to blame the band or artist themselves. It could also simply be a big company, corporation, unrelated to the artist, who is doing this. Now, if every owner got to hold totally tight-fisted to their copyrighted material for the requisite life plus 70 years, well then, art, education, culture, and public discourse would totally freeze. So the law allows for certain uses of copyright material without the need for any licensing or permissions. Here's what it says. The fair use of a copyrighted work, including such use by reproduction in copies or by any other means, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research, is not an infringement of copyright. Well, in spite of this article of the law, there's actually no formula for deciding exactly what is fair use. So if there's ever a dispute about it between the owner and the user, the only way to find out who is right is to take it to court, and each case is decided on an individual basis. So, in a nutshell, that's what the law says and how it works. And as I stated before, I make every effort to stay within the bounds of the law. If you want to know more about why I have troubles with copyright issues here on YouTube, you can check out the video in this link. Anyway, after taking about 2 weeks to think about various solutions to our dilemma and work through all the ins and outs of the various possibilities, we've settled on an approach that we feel is the best of the many options available to us. It allows us to keep this channel safe and to continue providing meaningful content for you, my audience, while also not limiting the music I listen to. And it is an approach that we can handle in terms of time and effort involved. We felt that both cutting off the sound as well as playing it backwards would cause more frustration than benefit. Also, the idea of adding timestamps was an interesting one, but we realized that most of the viewers will not have the time and patience to play the song and scroll through it in a different window while watching my first listen. And remember that my main goal is to provide an easy, relatable learning opportunity. So, here's what we finally decided. Whenever I handle music which we know is likely to be banned on YouTube, we'll post the entire video complete with sound for the lowest, rather symbolic tier on Patreon and Ko-fi. In today's world, $2 or $3 a month is basically nothing. We will also post a revised version of excerpts from that video here on YouTube so that you can at least get the main points, like I did with Purple Haze and Hotel California. And as you saw in those videos, it will be far more than a teaser. We will include enough information in it so that you can still understand my main points even without the music portions. And for some of the songs, we will also do a third video, which we can also publish on YouTube, in which I won't play the original music, but I will use a piano to demonstrate and elaborate on various musical observations and comments. Kind of in-depth. Think about the Beatles 150 series. I've been repeatedly told that the most interesting songs are yet to come. I already have some idea of that since I've heard She's Leaving Home and Strawberry Fields Forever. Now, I cannot imagine going through all of those important pieces of music without sharing my complete thoughts on each song with the entire YouTube audience. And since I cannot play the original music on screen, I'll use a piano instead. Now this will be a lot of work, but I believe it's important because not only do I want you to enjoy watching my journey, but I want you to benefit from it as well. Remember, for better or for worse, I am a teacher. And I want to enable and promote better understanding, better appreciation, and greater enjoyment of music. Now, for this third video, I will need a piano. I do have an acoustic piano in my teaching studio, but I cannot bring it in here. It's too big, and it's also really hard on the instrument if it's constantly moved from one location to another. So, we've decided to purchase a piano specifically for this Virgin Rock studio to use in these projects. It will cost around $3,000, so if any of you would like to help make this happen sooner rather than later, I appreciate it. And here's a link you can use for that. Once I get the piano and move it in here, you can expect to see and hear it showing up on various videos here on the Virgin Rock channel right away. Now, I am aware that out of all your proposed solutions, this is the most time and energy consuming. But I do believe that you and I, and the beautiful music that I am about to listen to, deserve the best. And of course, this will mean a longer time between each video release, but as always, I go for quality rather than quantity. Thank you again for your time and effort in helping us to sort out this issue. I knew I could count on you. So, thank you, and I'll see you next time.